Alright guys, we're going to look at the Omoplata from Spider Guard on the knees, cool? So a really simple technique, but with one it's going to allow us to build concept around so that we can use it like different situations for sweeping, taking the back, submissions, cool? So, alright, so our partner's going to be on the knees. We're going to have our knees inside the arms here, cool? So making sure our knees start with our partner's arms on the outside, our knees on the inside. One foot on the hip, one in the bicep here. Cool, so playing our spider guard. It's going to have our spider grips like normal. From here I'm going to lift my hip up, start to do my hip escape here. 1, 2, I'm going to stretch my leg. Now, once I stretch my leg here guys, I'm going to kick my leg behind, take it off the hip and kick it behind the queue here. So I'm going to go behind. You don't have to go all the way and make it really dramatic. Just going to get my knee and make a small circle around his tricep. So when I go from here, 1, just around the tricep. Make sure your knee comes back up, nice and close to the armpit. You want to be between the elbow and the armpit, but closer to the armpit is better. At the same time, I start to bring my knee up. I'm going to push the hand back and down. I'll do another angle so you guys can see that part. I'm going to push the hand back and down, bending the arm. I'm going to step onto his back or on his hip, and I'm going to squeeze my knees together. Now, the reason that I do this is because now I can control his posture, but I'm also very close that if he starts to posture up, I can cut back and catch the triangle here too, if I need to. So by squeezing the knees, I get much more control over the guy's shoulder, but I also get control over the posture. At the same time as I'm doing that, I'm still pushing this hand behind me, okay, locking it in nice and tight. And I still have the sleeve. I'm going to keep that sleeve until I step in front of his face, but now I have a good angle just to step right in front of the head here. So I'm just going to bring my leg in front and step. And as I bring the leg in front of the face, I'm going to put it down the side of the chin, my shin, and I'm going to let go and I'm going to start to move around. Once I get to this position, guys, I'm going to make sure that for the drill, for beginners, we're going to take our hands off the arm. You wouldn't do this normally, but just to learn how to get up, we're going to take our hands off. We're going to cross our feet and we're going to put our hands on the mat and sit up. Now, from here I'm going to stretch my leg and I'm going to pull my butt backwards. So I'm going to pull my butt back as I stretch my legs forward. And you can see I'm increasing the pressure on the shoulder now. So I'm, again, controlling the posture. If I lock my leg like a triangle, McEwen's got a much more space here to be able to sit up and put me back on my back. By stretching my legs forward like a closed guard position, having my legs straight, I'm putting pressure with my leg on the Omoplata, on the shoulder, and now I can start to control the hip. Now, to get my legs to turn backwards, I need to create an angle, because I can't turn my legs back in this situation with my hips facing straight. So I need to lean to the side, and by leaning to the side, I'm going to turn my leg back. I like to go the top one first, so top one's going to come back, the second one comes in, all right? And from here, I'm just going to go up on a 45-degree angle. One thing I do like to do is grab the lapel underneath before I get up, all right? I'm going to explain why in a minute. But from here, now I start to come up and just put the Omoplata on there, all right? So I'll go the other side. So from here, stepping in the bicep, turn to the side, kick behind, step onto the shoulder. So you're stepping on the hip, putting pressure on the shoulder, squeezing your knees, punching the hand behind. Leg's going to come in front of the face, down the chin down the chin. From here, take the leg out, move, move, move. For beginner purposes, we're going to take our hands off, put them on the mat, sit up, cross our feet, and I'll just turn it this way, mate. We're going to just like that. We're going to cross our feet, hands on the mat, butt back, stretch our legs, putting pressure on the shoulder. From here, I'm going to hold the hip, all right, go onto my butt cheek, turn my knee in, 1, 2, and I can go up to finish the submission there. Cool? Now, what's really common when you do the Omoplata is that your partner's going to roll. So I'll just put an Omoplata on quickly and show you what I mean here. So I go to do the Omoplata. As I turn my legs, my partner's going to roll. And as they roll, they get to this position here. So this is not really ideal for me. I can come on top here. I can start to like look for arm locks here. Okay, I can get on top here, but I've kind of lost my omoplata a little bit here, unless I sort of roll back in underneath on this side. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to roll with our partner, and that's why I grabbed the sleeve, the lapel grip. So after I've done the omoplata here, all right, and I start to come up, I'm going to grab that lapel grip, just like that, holding the sleeve. Turn my legs back. So as I come up, Mac's going to roll, and I'm just going to roll with him. Cool? Let's just move back, Mac. So I'm going to roll with him. Now I still have his lapel, and now the omoplata is even deeper. All right? So from here I'm going to take my leg off, put it on the floor, control the lapel, and I'm just going to start to pull my body backwards and get the tap here. Now, if I can't get the tap from this position, let's just turn it off facing it. I'm going to pass the lapel, my hand goes over the top, pass the lapel, tap to go for the choke here. If I still can't get the choke here, if I still can't get the choke here, I can't get, it's reaching, all I like to do is kick my leg back over. So I'm going to keep the lapel, kick my leg back over, and now lock here. From here I'm going to sit up, keep that sleeve grip the whole time, and start to go for the choke here. Alright, so we've got heaps and heaps of options from the omoplata position. Super important that you guys learn it because it's a very versatile, and I'll come back and show you guys how to do a couple more of those other things in more detail in the next video, guys. Cool? Push.